Over the weekend, there was a mass shooting in Stockton, California. Family about to cut the cake on a toddler's birthday party. Gunfire erupts. 4 dead, including the oldest was 21. The other 3 were children. 11 wounded. Stockton, California. California. Not Arizona. Not Florida. California. A sheriff's office believes shooting was targeted. This is from an Associated Press report, urging anyone with information to contact his office with tips, cell phone video, or witness accounts. This is a time for our community to show that we will not put up with this type of behavior when people will just walk in and kill children, Withrow said Sunday evening. And so if you know anything about this, you have to come forward and tell us what you know. If not, you just become complacent and think this is acceptable behavior. Yes. This gets into the gun control narrative, and we're going to kind of go there because the response to this was predictable. Gabby Giffords goes on Twitter, says, "This is horrific. A children's birthday party on a holiday weekend became the scene of a mass shooting. My heart is with the families of those killed, the injured, and all of the survivors. We need our federal leaders to act. Kids shouldn't fear for their lives at their own birthday parties." Huh? Why do we need our federal leaders to act? This is California. California, what does Giffords think about California and the laws here in California? Well, I'll tell you. Number 1, gun law strength rank, A, 1 out of 50. Gun deaths per 8, percent difference from the national average. California is great. Why are we talking about the feds? We don't know who did the shooting. We don't know what kind of weapon they used. It sounds like it's a gang shooting. What are the odds that the gun was purchased legally by the shooter who used it? Highly unlikely. It's probably either stolen or they used a girlfriend or something as a straw purchase. It's always something. If this had happened in Florida, she wouldn't be asking for federal leaders to act. She'd be going after Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis would have been mentioned by name in that tweet. Instead, Gavin Newsom, who's he? Maybe the gun laws don't work. Maybe gun laws only affect the law-abiding and don't affect mass shooters. As Costas Moros, Second Amendment Foundation guy, used to be with the California Rifle and Pistol Association, Michelle and Associates, all that jazz. We need our federal leaders to act. What federal gun law would you like that California hasn't already passed? Your org gives the state a perfect score. As usual, when a shooting happens in a pro-gun state, they demand state gun laws. When it is one of the states that already do what Giffords demand, they move the goalposts to federal law. Yeah, he's right. It's obvious. Otherwise, you would have seen Gavin Newsom's name in there. Gavin Newsom would have been asked to do something. And what's the problem? This is from Bing Search Copilot. The crime rate in Stockton, California is notably high. In 2023, the overall average crime rate is 486 per 100,000, which is 2 times higher than the U.S. average. The violent crime rate is 1,277 per 100,000 people, significantly exceeding the California state average of 442 per $100,000, or per 100,000 residents. Stockton is a crime-ridden city. They got serious problems in Stockton. I wouldn't want to be a cop in Stockton. It's pretty crazy. Good news is number of homicides was down slightly. I'm not sure this number includes the 4 the people that were tragically killed yesterday, or not yesterday, over the weekend. But maybe the problem is Stockton. If I recall correctly, Stockton last had a Republican mayor just about never. And it's in California, so you're kind of limited what you can do with state laws, too. based on what the Democrats have done. Should we be surprised here? This came out late today. Go to the next slide.
It's never been gangster to kill kids. Never. It's never been gangster to kill kids. You went in a birthday party and shot people's children. So I know we're here. We want, if I could just, parents brought their children out and they left with medical examiners. That is not human. That is not human. And I will say to those who are thinking of retaliation, when my brother got murdered, I thought about it too. It's human to want to hurt people who hurt people you love. But I had a choice to make, and I hope that the people out there in our community make the right choice and contact law enforcement, call me, call the mayor, call whoever you know, call the pastors, call your friend, turn yourself in. Because at some point, the redemption for what you did is going to happen when you see the person that created you. But you can start that process by turning yourself in and doing the right thing today.
You're here. 100%. It's gangs. I'm sure Stockton would be much safer. Every place would be a much safer place if we didn't have this gang problem that we've got in the United States. I was watching, there's the Free Press, Barry Weiss's outlet, had a debate between Alan Dershowitz and Dana Lash on we'd be better off, we'd be safer if there was no Second Amendment. And Dana made the point, and it's accurate, that if you kind of got rid of these gang shootings and whatnot, if we looked as a society more like, those European countries they point to, we've got about the same homicide rate if you get rid of the gangs. You can't. Wishing doesn't make that go away. By the way, if you see that online, it's a good debate to watch. But why is this sort of thing happening? Well, we got a couple more stories show you why this sort of thing is happening. This is from last week. Bethany McGee, Chicago train, burned alive. She's pictured on the left. The guy who did it to her, allegedly, is pictured on the right. He had 72 prior arrests, and he was out in public. What do we do? What do you do in this sort of situation? What's the problem? The problem is this guy isn't behind bars. 72 prior arrests. Maybe a couple of them, they got the wrong guy. But I'm guessing the vast majority of them, they got the right guy. Why is he out? I suspect the arrests weren't for littering. So that was last week. This happened a couple weeks ago, but it's only been kind of on the news. It made a splash the last couple days. Guy broke into a home in Denver. He has been arrested many times. They're not sure whether he had an ankle monitor on at the point that he broke into this home, creeping outside this family's children's room. Victim says he was informed by Denver police that the coolie, who's the alleged perpetrator, not much to be alleged there, they found him in the house, was released on bond days after the arrest. The Denver District Attorney Office said the judge set the bond at $5,000 property surety or $500 cash, and he posted the cash bond. There's your problem, too. We got case after case. There was the case in North Carolina, or Irina, the refugee from Ukraine who was here in the country working at a pizza spot, and guy behind her just stabs her to death and walks away. We have, contrary to what many on the left will tell you, we have an under-incarceration problem. There are more people that need to be behind bars. I'm all for, hopefully, reforming them and reintroducing them into society. But the last guy was 72 arrests. This guy was out after, another burglary. we need judges to stop letting these people go free and sentence them to serious time, and we need them to stay in jail. I want to thank you for joining me here today. I got more stuff slated for tomorrow, so hopefully we'll get to that. Thanks for watching. Again, please follow me on all of the appropriate social media sites. Tell your friends, tell your enemies. Leave a comment. Love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.